y'all. Episode 4 should have been called Everybody Wants Jonas. And honestly, I don't know why. He spends the entire episode confusing both women, himself, and me, and I just don't get what the appeal is. But let's get into it. We open with Joyce and Jonas waking up together after spending the night. We got clothes all over the floor. Jonas is smiling, talking about how amazing Joyce was the night before. Sir, you are in the middle of a whole affair. Then here go Joyce, immediately ruining the mood, and she says, "We need to talk." See, men hear those 4 words and immediately lose circulation. Their daughter Pume walks in. Like, girl, knock first. That poor child is so shocked that her daddy's actually in the bed, and I think everybody else in the house was too. Meanwhile, the kids are having a conversation, and they're making way more sense than the adults. So Menzi tells Pume, "Leave him alone, they're in love." And Pume says, "That's not love." And she's right. Like, if your mama spent last week drunk on the kitchen floor because your daddy left her, we might need a different definition of love. Meanwhile, Matipa tracks down Jonas at the golf course. She wants to know where he spent the night at. Girl, out with you. Then she starts to question Jonas like she's his wife. Jonas immediately checks her. Now, don't get me wrong. He absolutely created this situation, but watching the side chick demand accountability from the married man, the irony here is incredible. Then Joyce goes to see Essie, and this conversation really surprised me because Essie doesn't tell Joyce to leave Jonas's two-timing ass. She tells her to stop fighting him. According to Essie, men don't want perfection. They want peace. Now, whether y'all agree with that or not, that is the advice that Joyce needed to hear. And not because it's guaranteed to work, but because screaming clearly wasn't working either. And apparently, Joyce took that advice to heart because the next thing we know, her and Jonas are right back in bed. Listen, I was not expecting this comeback. Joyce said he's a good man, Savannah. Then we get to this family barbecue, and I swear everybody at this cookout got some relationship advice. Mama Grace is telling Joyce to stop wearing tracksuits. Apparently, the tracksuits are the reason her husband cheated. That's a very interesting theory. Meanwhile, Jonas and Magesh are trying to coach Menzi on how to talk to girls. Now, sir, let's maybe not take dating advice from the man who is cheating on his wife. Then here comes Matipa yelling from outside for Jonas. Like, man, you came to this man's family house? The confidence it takes to do that shit needs to be studied. So Magesh tells her to leave. And like, for real though, Magesh has showed more loyalty to Joyce than Jonas has all damn season. Now, this next scene actually impressed me. Pume stops Matipa before she leaves, and she tells her, "You're a beautiful, smart woman. Choose yourself. Leave my dad." And that was such a grown woman conversation coming from a teenager. But then Matipa hit her with, "Girl, stay out of grown folks' business." And yeah, she right, but the kid is right too. Then Matipa calls Joyce, trying to get in her head, talking about, "Jonas called me last night. And what do you think is going to happen when we're together all day at work?" Now, see, that wasn't a phone call. That's psychological warfare. Matipa wanted Joyce to start doubting herself, and I think for a minute that it worked. Meanwhile, Matipa tricks Jonas into meeting her at a job site, talking about they have some type of emergency. And now, girl, the only emergency was in her panties. She's demanding answers from Jonas. And Jonas finally says something that I actually believed. He tells her, "If I knew you were going to act like this, I would have never started this." That's not accountability. That's buyer's remorse. So then she grabs him by the balls, like literally. And I'm not going to lie, I think he was into it. I don't know, that scene was a little weird for me. Let's talk about this office scene. So Joyce is sitting in Jonas's office waiting. They've called Matipa into the office. Matipa walks in smiling. She's thinking Jonas called her in here so they can reconnect and whatever. The same old shit. He finally chose her. She finally thought she got picked. But she walked into the wrong meeting. Joyce tells her to sit down. Matipa says, "Girl, I stand." See, she still thinks she has options. Then Joyce tells her, "Your services are no longer required." Nice and cold. I love it. Matipa starts talking about lawsuits and I'm going to sue y'all for wrongful termination, yada, yada, yada. And Joyce said, "Girl, go ahead. I wish you would." And just like that, the affair cost Matipa her job. And that's where the episode ends. Now it's time for the Audacity Awards. The biggest fool, dun dun dun, Jonas. Again, yes, congratulations, sir. At this point, I'm just going to engrave your name on the damn trophy. The Audacity Award, Matipa. How you going to show up to the family barbecue yelling for your man to come out? Come on now, read the room. I actually felt bad for Pume, because she's here as a child having to explain grown people's bad decisions to the actual grown people. Like, that poor child has more emotional intelligence than half those adults. One good decision, Joyce firing Matipa. So whether that was emotional, professional, or just plain petty, at least somebody finally gave that a fair consequence. Those are this week's Audacity Awards. So let me ask y'all, do you think Jonas actually wants Joyce back? Or does he just not want anybody else to have her? I'll see y'all in episode 5.
Bye! I'll be watching.
And when you feel that the soca done, well, it's more soca to come. And when you feel that the wine is done, well, it's more whining to come.